So the poor work for money and the rich work for free. Why are the rich getting so much money then? Right? My name is Nestor Nidome from the MakeMoneyFromHomeDad.com, and I'm gonna explain this reason and this phenomena of why the poor keep getting poorer, but yet the rich getting richer when they're working for free, right? And see, the thing is that when I found about this is that when I was looking to buy a restaurant, right? I was a manager of Pizza Hut. I was learning everything I could, and what happened was is that I was getting this rich dad coaching. I was getting this rich dad coaching, and my wife and I, and because we wanted something better for us, right? So what we decided to do, we decided to sell our home, get all that money, and put it into the restaurant. Okay, and the reason was is because we learned about this concept about that the rich work for free, and the reason is that, and here's the honesty actually, the rich don't work for free. They actually pay to work for free, and they pay to work free a lot of hours, right? Just like me, like just by myself. When I bought this restaurant, it cost me $78,000 to buy this restaurant, right? But I paid to work for free because I didn't get a salary like for the first like couple of years. I wasn't paying myself anything. I For like 2 years I worked absolutely like free until I kind of like brought in my dad, and he kind of helped me with the accounting and everything. And he's like, hey, you know what? Let me see what we can do. And then I started to pay myself a little bit, right? But but I was willing to work for free because I knew the idea of like, hey, you know what? If I work for free for a little bit, the benefits is gonna be beneficial, right? And so the problem is that when a lot of people come into the home based business, they come into the world of business, they're not used to that. They're used to going to work, right? You're used to going to work and putting in the hours and getting a paycheck. But see, the problem with that is that you have a limit of how many hours you can put in, and also you have a limit of how much money you can get paid. And that money that you can get paid is based upon your employer. Okay, if you want to get more, you're gonna have to basically beg for a raise, right? Do a little brown nosing and stuff like that, and maybe give a little value, but it'll be very minimal, right? I still remember when I quit the last job I ever had, which was being a manager at Pizza Hut. I remember I wanted my own restaurant. I wanted to be a general manager. They had already trained me. I proved myself and everything. And I was like, hey, you know what? I asked my leader, right, my area coach, and I said, hey, I'm ready. I want my own restaurant, right? I'm ready to do this and I want it. And he's like, well, you know what, Nestor? Let me see. Why don't we do this? Why don't basically prove yourself even more, right? I was like, why don't we, see how you're doing for the next 6 months, right? And after the 6 months, I'll give you a $25, a 25-cent raise per hour, right? Whoa. And you gotta prove yourself for the next 6 months. And if you do, then we'll see about giving you a restaurant, right? I was just like, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks, right? Because I was actually doing you a favor in becoming a manager, right? Because it's kind of like that stuff was going already downhill. The other general manager had left, and he was a really great manager, right? And they let him go, right? They actually gave him another restaurant and let him go. They never made him an area coach, right? And so he was my mentor, and I knew exactly how to run the restaurant. And so it was like, hey, you know what? Forget it. I ain't gotta work for no 25 cents, right? But this is how it is, right? A manager, imagine a manager of a multi-million-dollar company, basically saying, hey, here's 25 cents per hour, so you can run this multi-million-dollar company for us, right? Because we were making millions of dollars a year, and so I was like, forget it, I'm ready. I'm gonna sell the house. I'm gonna go buy the restaurant, and that's what I did, right? So see, the thing is that a lot of people, when they come in here and they first of all, they don't want to put any kind of money, right? They don't want to put any kind of money because they're still used to the thought that, hey, you know what? When I go to a job, I don't gotta put any money. I fill up an application, they hire me, and they give me money, right? There's a little episode in Friends. I watch a lot of Friends, right? Well, I used to watch a lot of Friends, and Phoebe is trying to, look for a job. She lost her massage, job, and so she brings in a box of knives, and she comes in with a box, and everybody's like, hey, what is that for you? It's like, I'm glad you asked, right? And they're like, don't you hate when you can't cut a soda can with a regular knife, right? She's trying to pitch the knives, right? And so they ask her, they say, Fee, did they make you pay for that box of knives so you can sell it? And she kind of like scringes, like embarrassed, and she's like, yeah, right. And my thoughts is that, see, that society believes that you shouldn't pay for your business, that you shouldn't pay to go out there and sell, that you shouldn't pay to improve yourself, and that's ridiculous. That is utterly ridiculous, because the reality is that if you really want a business, if you really want to prosper, if you want to be the boss, hey, you got to put in the money, you got to pay, right? When I bought my restaurant, I got to pay. If I want to be the boss of a restaurant, you got to pay. If you want to be the boss of the whatever business you want to be in, guess what? You're going to have to pay hundreds of thousands, maybe of dollars, right? If you want to own a McDonald's, you got to at least have $1 million in cash. At least $1 million in cash. Plus, you still got to have the, to get the loans and everything to be able to open up, or have the cash, right? I mean, it's just incredible the amount of money you got to pay for a business. But yet, people come in here and they get surprised that they have to pay for a business opportunity, right? And then they start saying, oh, this is a scam. They just want to scam my money. They just want to, it's a pyramid scheme. You know what? Enough is enough. If you think like that, then just stay in a job. Be miserable, stay in a job, and work yourself to death, because most likely you're not going to be able to retire. And that's the truth. But if you want your own business, guess what? You're going to have to not only pay for it, but you're going to have to work for free. And the reason is because that is what freedom is. If you want freedom, if you want to be prosperous, if you want abundance, guess what? You got to be free. So that means you got to work for free. You got to put in the hours. You got to put in, now you're the boss, right? And here's the thing. Remember all those times you complain about the boss, they being stupid and they're not being able to do stuff right, or complain about the cheap owner, right? The cheap owner, doesn't want to give us anything. Guess what? Now you're the owner. Okay, so you're gonna have to deal with all that stuff, and now you're gonna, have to understand all that stuff. I didn't know about all that stuff until I became an owner, right? And people were calling me cheap, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" It's kind of like it's coming out of my pocket. It's like if the business doesn't make the money, I still gotta pay the employees. I still gotta pay the taxes. I still gotta pay, rent, light, gas, electricity. I still gotta pay for all that stuff, inventory, right? I still gotta pay for all that stuff, even if I don't make any sales. So who's cheap, right? You gotta get that idea out of your head, all right? You're trying to cut costs because it's coming out of your pocket, okay? There's a difference. It's like night and day when you become your own entrepreneur, when you become an owner. But here's the thing: if you take the time to really realize, really practice the craft of becoming an entrepreneur, guess what? The payoff is incredible. It's incredible, right? And this is why it's okay when you make money. Don't feel guilty to go out there and play golf. Don't feel guilty to go out there to Hawaii, take your whole family. You earned it. See, a lot of people out there, I used to be one of those people, right? Who used to be like, damn rich bastards, right? Look at that. Look at that rich bastard over there with their Ferrari or their car or their this or their that. It's kind of like, oh man, But then I realized, like, oh my gosh. Not only did they have to pay hundreds, thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars to work for free. Dude, they earned it. And you will too. And you will know what it is to earn it. Okay? See, that's the thing. It's a big difference, and a lot of people don't talk about this stuff, maybe because it's controversial or something like that. And the reality is that maybe somebody, you guys are already are shutting this video out, and that's okay. The thing is, if you continue on in this industry, you're gonna come to the point where I am, and you're gonna have to be like, it's gotta be like in a year or 2 or 3 years or 5 years, right? If you ever really start to really want to do something, you will come to this realization about that you're gonna have to pay to make money. And the thing is that you know, if you listen to me right now, you can cut years and years upon years of struggle and misery, right? You can cut years of that stuff, and just start actually working now. Okay, I hope this message is like really digging into you. I'm a little bit in your face, but that's only because I care about you. I want you to succeed. I really do. And and most of the time, the reasons people don't succeed is because they're over here thinking that all these foolish things that they heard from friends like me. I heard from friends and family members and TV and stuff, and it's just foolish stuff because that doesn't work. Okay, the reality is that it's something that you're gonna have to discover by yourself. But once you do, it's gonna be a beautiful thing because you're gonna be able to prosper. You're gonna be able to have your mind open to new ideas and be able to just explode in abundance. And you know what? That's I went a little way too long than what I wanted in this video, but that's because I really care about your success. I really truly want you to succeed. And the only reason I'm talking about this is because of experience, of the stuff that I've gone through, things that I've seen from other people, things that I've heard from people who quit. And the reality is that if you quit, you're not quitting on anybody but yourself. Okay? And there's two things that happen when you quit. First of all, you're quitting on yourself. You're quitting on your future, on your goals, on your life, the life that you want, right? You're saying, I don't want it, right? It's nobody else's fault except for yours. And I mean, it's not a fault, it's like your decision. But the thing is that if you quit and all of a sudden you get that bug again, guess what? You're gonna have to start from zero again. You have to start from zero. You might have a little bit of experience, but the thing is like, fine, you might have fallen out to zero, but to a 1. And maybe you're already at the 30 or at the 40 or at the 50, right? So you're getting there. Just don't quit. That's what you gotta do, is just keep on going, keep on learning what you need to learn in order for you to be able to succeed. Okay. With that, my friends, my daughter's right here. She woke up. She just woke up, and but what I want to do for you is that if you really want to learn about business, if you really want to learn about things, I know I can help you. I know this stuff. And I want to give you an opportunity to be able to work more closely with me to be able to make some money, okay? Make some money online. Earn some money, right? And it doesn't really matter, what company you're, if you are in a company already or if you're not in a company, all right? And I'm telling you, it's going to cost you something. Not a lot, but it's going to cost you something. But what I want to do is, there's a link at the bottom of this video that's going to take you to what I'm doing. It's going to show you a little bit of what I'm doing. It's going to show you a video that I made, talk to you about what this is. And then you're going to be able to see another video explaining exactly what this opportunity is and how it's going to work for you to be able to make some money. All right, income disclaimer, I can't promise you anything because, I don't know if you're going to really put in the effort or not, or just come in and then all of a sudden you quit, right? Exactly. You don't want to quit. You want to keep going, all right? You stick with me long enough and you're going to make money. I guarantee you. Stick with me long enough and you're going to make money. But if you quit, I can't do anything about that. With that, my friend, go ahead and click on that link. Get yourself in here, and I want to welcome you to the team. This is Nestor Nidome from the MakeMoneyFromHome.com, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.